Alright, and welcome back to GM Greg's Solar Coalition Saga episode 2.5. We left off in the Colosseum after this space station was introduced to their first real bout of advertising campaign and mass marketing. And we have live feed going on across the What the Fuck channel of the pre-game warm-up fights.
Yeah, so the pre-game warm-up fights go on for probably about an hour or two. There's a few different matches that happen between different robots. They've all kind of got the same aesthetic because they're all from this one dude's agency of these sort of knight-looking guys. And they've all got appropriately ridiculous names. But eventually, I believe it was at 8 o'clock, I said, when the match would happen.
Yep.
Gets to be about then. Are you going to the ship or staying here?
I'll ask Dara what she prefers. I can pick her up at the ship.
She says she can meet you at the ship. A few people from the ship are coming down to watch. She said that Jenkins and Reynolds are coming down to watch the game, so she can travel with them.
Okay, so I'll meet her outside the ship.
Yeah.
How's the dress look?
It's stunning.
Very content. I'm in full military fatigues right
Yeah,
now.
it's that.
Yep.
It's like bright red. It's flowy and got all sorts of like gold thingies on it. It's really nice.
Sweet. So yeah, I will gallantly escort her to the event.
Yeah, it's...
Jenkins and Reynolds.
Jenkins and Reynolds are kind of like 20 feet back, so they're not third wheeling you guys.
Much obliged. I would have told them to
but you can hear them from back there that Jenkins is so excited about this.
She's hyped
like,
up for
oh
the
man,
fight.
I can't wait. I can't believe we're traveling alongside Red Comet. I've been watching that guy since I was a kid.
I'm just sitting there with my thing, like going between camera angles and trying to keep everything straight.
The little drones are like encircling in like a clockwise motion, while the big ones are. They aren't trained on the robots yet because they're not out yet, but they're like waiting at the doors where they're gonna come out of.
Yeah. I'm switching between like shots of the band playing and then the crowds coming in.
As it gets closer and closer to the time for the actual match to start, the stadium is more and more and more packed. And by the time where it's like 10 minutes before the show starts, it's relatively full.
All right. So as the show starts, is about to start like 5 minutes beforehand. Okay, I'm going to make my way down into the pit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, with my drone.
The little one.
Yeah.
Wow.
And not the actual like fighting pit, but the like arena side pit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I'm gonna try and interview the competitors.
Oh, okay.
To do like a pre-game interview.
Yeah, all right.
And I'm gonna go to the challenger first.
Okay. So yeah, you can go over to Red Comet setting up shop underneath here. You can kind of just strafe the side of the stadium and head down into basically the pit shop where they have very similar to what you've seen Lugnut and Co. do with Red Comet, where it's strung up. It's strung up. It's a very sort of lanky, thin, but very like streamlined, smooth mech. And you see a bunch of people racing to do it. And you see a very tall, very burly dude with like flat top military cut, bright blonde hair, sparking orders at people in like a really deep, grisly voice.
And do I see the manager guy that I talked to earlier?
Yeah, you see that guy.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up to him first. Little pre-game interview, if you don't mind.
Oh, sure.
Excellent. Hey, folks! Right now we have live here, competitor X.
I have a name for I came up with a name for the robot while we were on break, but I didn't name the guy.
Yeah, he's competitor X. I'm not gonna bother giving him a name.
Sure, yeah. Competitor X. That's his stage name.
Yep. Tonight he's our challenger for Red Comet. Do you have any words for your opposition for tonight?
Turns towards the drone. He goes like points at it.
Yep. Talk to the drone.
He gets like uncomfortably close to the drone. Tries to poke the camera. He's like, I got one word for Red Comet. It's that you're going down. That's 2 words. Fuck. I'm not used to being on camera.
It's okay, man. You're doing fantastic.
Wait, fuck, that was 3 words.
Let's see how well those blows land later.
He goes back to his mech very upset.
As I'm walking away. And there we have the challenger. Let's go see how Red Comet's doing in his pit.
The Red Comet suit is, by comparison, it's already, like, Lugnut got it ready by the time you were in station. So it isn't strung up. It's, like, on a platform standing like this. Its chest cavity is open, waiting for Dimitri as he's putting on, like, his pilot suit.
Yeah. So, and here we have Red Comet. You've all seen the bot. Let's see the man. So, your competitor says you're going down. You got anything to say to your competitor? Just talking to the drone, man.
Nah, I say to competitors, much like how my friend here has told me of stories of ancient creatures called dinosaurs wiped out by meteors, this comet will make him extinct. He kind of looks towards Lugnut and gives a little thumbs up.
And I'm like,
good. Like, they
Good
clearly
job.
rehearsed that.
well, folks.
Clearly rehearsed that. I like
Well,
that.
you folks, you heard it here first.
He gives the mecha a pat and, like, a part flies off of it.
Yeah. Red Comet versus Competitor X. Coming up in just 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Switch to the views of, like, the
Yeah,
crowds
but the feed shifts to the packed stadium. People are cheering. There's, like, people doing the wave and stuff like that. Ricky's brother's band is going nuts on the techno music.
and before I walk out, did we get an announcer?
Oh, fuck.
Shit. Alright, fuck it, I'll do it.
But as time ticks down, you and Dara get situated right up here in your seats.
Does Ricky's band head out at this point?
They do head out as, like, things get out. They pack up their stuff and move out into the audience because they want to watch.
Oh yeah, they're not leaving.
You do see kind of like as you guys get to the stadium, Jenkins and Reynolds do meet with you very briefly. Like, hey boss, we're gonna be probably on the other side from you guys.
Yep.
Just let us know if you need help with anything or if there's any problems. We're excited to be here.
Yep. I
Good
also
luck.
make sure that they go and re-equip themselves.
Oh yeah, while you guys were out
before we
doing all
leave.
of your business, they stopped by like a military armory at the station. And,
Yep. I want to make sure
Or
they're
a coalition armory. to
Yeah.
Gear up with all sorts of new stuff. You do see that they look a bit more professional and they have like new guns on their belt and stuff
Good.
like that.
Good.
But as the seconds tick down, it gets to be 8 p.m. in this colony.
Alright, fuck it. I guess I'm the announcer today. Gotta hire one. Alright, so I'll make my way out to the center. The third drone that's flying around
Yep.
puts the spotlight right on me.
Yep.
And-
All three of them can go choom 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 and put the spotlights on you.
Yeah. Each of them are going to portray my image looking out to the crowd
Yeah.
so that I'm looking like I'm facing everybody.
Yep. They're all showing you facing towards the
Yeah.
crowd as you speak.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to What the Fuck's presentation of Red Comet versus Competitor X. Yeah.
A lot of cheers for Red Comet, a few for the other guy.
Yeah. We had a few warm-up shows. What'd you guys think of all that? Some of the shrapnel still left, I see.
There's like an arm over here.
Warming up the crowd a little bit. So we heard it from the competitors. Competitor X says that Red Comet's going down.
Boo.
Red Comet says that this comet's going to make him go extinct.
Yeah.
Like the crowd's totally on Red Comet's side.
So I guess that means the comet will come down. And a big ol' smash to Competitor X. Or will it be an upset?
Boo.
Let's find
Everyone
out.
looks kind of confused for a second, and they're like,
Okay.
boo.
Alright. So, and here, Competitor X as he comes out.
Yep, so the door opens and Competitor X's mech comes out. It's this very sleek night one with an extremely large sword.
Okay.
As it stomps out and it sort of gives a wave to the... There's a few cheers, but...
Alright. And in this corner, we have...
the little drones are doing lights as
Comet!
the door gets about halfway up before the hand as it charges out, plants its foot, and does like a this, and everyone just fucking cheers.
Fucking strobe lights coming off
Oh,
every
yeah.
drone.
Even me and Dara are cheering from the
Multicolored
booth.
lights. You see, it's been given a fresh coat of paint. It's much like
Yeah.
that dark, shiny shiny one that you gave your ship. It's this, but like a dark crimson red.
Uh-huh.
It's got all
The
these,
light
like,
is shining red.
it's
on
shining
them.
red off of it, so the area around it kind of looks red with all the light, and there's like gold engravings and.
And then, I've always wanted to do this. Let's get ready to rumble! As I back off.
Yeah, you can. There's like a ladder. You gotta like come up here, like, hey guys, and then through their date, give them a wave, and back to the
Freeway.
stadium. A buzzer is sounded, and
The countdown is like in big numbers coming off the drones.
yep, the countdown.
10, 9,
Countdown goes down.
8. Get the crowd going with it.
They're cheering alongside it.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fight!
And they immediately both charge each other. Like, pretty much when you said one, they were already lifting their feet to charge as they immediately go for one another. And we're going to make some rolls now.
Yep.
My calculator on hand because a lot of shit's about to happen.
Are there food vendors walking around?
Yep, there's food
I
vendors.
wave them up to the
They
booth.
came with the location pretty much free of charge.
I call them close so I can
They're
get
making
drinks
money.
and stuff up in the booth before the fight gets going. If I
Yeah,
can.
you guys can get some food. I mean, it's not the fanciest food.
I don't. Yeah, and drinks and food.
It's like
just-
hot dogs and
that's
stuff like
perfect.
that. As the two mechs charge towards one another. Alright. So as they meet in the middle, Red Comet tries to pivot to the left because he can see this guy raising the big sword. And you can actually see the sword itself lets out some steam as it's raised up and swung, and it does catch him upside his regular arm. And as it sort of goes, ching, and he sort of staggers to the right like that for a moment. And the crowd all,
Ooh, a solid hit against Red Comet.
it tries to go for a follow-up. And it hits again with another sort of spinning swing as he braces. It doesn't knock him off his feet this time, but...
Ooh, is this gonna be the upset?
We're cheering for Red Comet up in the booth.
I'm trying to be the announcer.
Red Comet goes for like a face grab and the thing reels back. It's significantly more agile. As he tries to go and like grab it by the face. Misses. But then he sort of continues afterwards, charging at it.
We've got the David versus Goliath match today, which means nothing to anybody.
Who's David?
Just cheer along with.
It'll explain later on what the fuck.
Red Comet throws a few punches and most of them
History
miss.
according to Bob.
But then its bigger hand with all the souped up stuff on it lands a good
That's a good
right
shot, yeah.
hook to the jaw as this thing sort of staggers back a few feet. And there's like a dent in its helmet now. Some of the lights on the eyes of it are like flickering. There's like a solid punch to the jaw.
And with a right uppercut, Comet sends Competitor X reeling.
Competitor X winds up with its sword, spins around, and full on tosses the damn thing. And you can see on the handle something goes click, like a rocket. However, Red Comet rolled really high on a dex save, so it full on vroom as the sword like goes flying by and hits the wall and is stuck in there. I just killed a mini by accident. And it just sort of pshing. The crowd, there's like a little bit of screaming for a
Now
second.
remember, audience members, this is why we had you sign the waiver before you came in when you bought the tickets.
That click
We
check.
are not responsible for any injuries.
It doesn't hit anyone, but it does hit like the stadium wall. The seats sort of. You see, Reynolds actually like stands up for a second because they're right over here.
We may have to increase security in the future.
But
Oh shit, this thing's still
these
on.
two pretty much just tackle each other at this point.
Come on, Red Comet! We're cheering from the booth, me and Dara.
They tackle, and Competitor X completely overestimated his mech's ability to grapple because the hands meet and lock, and then immediately its wrists go up, and it's a like spinning throw, pretty much.
Okay,
as
I'm
he-
gonna like try to amplify the crunching sound that I can pick up.
Oh yeah. As it pretty much is a spinning throw, and this thing just rolls out this way, just thrown to the other side of the stadium.
And X goes flying.
Everyone cheers.
Get him, Comet!
You can see the guy who runs Competitor X's agency is looking very nervous about how much this is clearly Red Comet's show.
He's down. Is he gonna get back
Kill
up?
him, Comet!
Come on, X.
Oh, fuck my dice tray. Competitor X staggers to its feet as a red comet reaches a hand in the air. You can see different parts of it compressing down, like ching, 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 as the sort of matrix-like thing around its wrist is now spinning at a high speed. And you can see, you know that
magnet punch.
you know that sort of distortion you see in your vision when it's really hot out, as that sort of happens around Red Comet and its hands specifically, as the dark crimson painted hand turns a bright orange burning red.
It looks like we got something new here tonight, folks. Red Comet is reeling back.
Comet punch.
Everyone starts cheering along. Then the fist clenches and starts to spin itself as it reels back. And another part that I hadn't really pointed out was its back was a bit bulkier, as thrusters all flip out and it rockets forward. And because I had rolled a nat 20 before I rolled a few other things, it full on.
Crunch.
He's gotta make a save against this. Yeah, on a 4, it full on punches the robot's head off. Just ping! And the melted slag of its helmet just literally on the view screen that you guys are in.
Well, that rocket punch, I think, has just made Competitor X extinct.
You see the mech actually staggers back. Its movements are all glitching out. Its fingers are twitching.
X, are you still able to fight?
It takes a swing. It misses completely.
Oh,
But
he's still up.
The mech it's headless. You actually see the pilot sort of poke his head out the neck. And he's like, motherfucker. Like swears at him. Red Comet's fist is still glowing and spinning as it just sort of sears across the thing's chest and just zzz. Oh, it's almost like a buffer, basically. As melted slag metal just sort of scatters across here, almost like blood.
And a roundhouse. There goes part of X's chest. This is not looking good, folks.
On a nat 1. Competitor X at this point, the hydraulics in its legs sort of peter out from the excessive heat being given off by Red Comet's fist, as it just sort of goes, when he misses a few punches, but the heat's still doing its damage.
Melting.
And its knees drop, and it's pretty much just on its knees in front of Red Comet.
Oh, looks like X is down. Is this the end?
Yeah, Red Comet puts a boot on its chest and kicks it into the wall, and it slumps to the ground, the lights on it flickering out and dying.
1, 2, 3,
It's time.
9, 10.
Yeah, you see
And
the
our winner! As two of the drones are just
Start
going
circling right
circling
down it.
around him.
circle around him. He's like his fists in the air. You're cheering from the crowd. These two are fucking losing it.
The other drones showing them extracting him from the suit.
On a nat 20, Dara full on gets out of her seat and just fucking cheers, like fist up.
Well, I'm right next door. We're cheering for Red Comet with that Comet Punch, which I figured now is like the slogan, you know. Who's next to be Comet Punch?
I'm gonna send you a quick message.
It's like, woo, Red Comet!
Okay, as everyone's cheering. You want to kiss her?
I'm sure she'd be agreeable.
Old tradition. Watch this. Send one of the drones up, put a little thing, kissing cam, and show the two of them.
Yeah, full on.
Oh yeah, she's bent over, Romance of the Stone style.
She like
Shit
leans
that.
back. She like leans back into your arms.
Oh
pretty
yeah,
much.
perfect.
Because she was like leaning over the edge to cheer on Red Comet, and then she sort of leans
So
back
she
into
jumps
your
at
arms.
me.
The camera goes
Soft glow.
Soft glow,
catches
camera
like middle
filter.
camera. Everyone's like, oh, and there's like cheering and stuff, and her face goes bright red.
Aw, that's so nice. Yay. So I'll wave. And I'll,
Actually,
I'll thank you for that.
You look back out
Get
to
the message,
you look back
thank
out
you.
at the crowd after that. Red Comet's like looking at you and gives you a thumbs up.
Yeah.
I'll wave. Good for Red Comet. was
But
fun.
yeah, that's. So you see the chest of Competitor X's robot opens up. The guy crawls out and starts screaming obscenities at Red Comet, who just kind of. And the guy's immediately like, "Whoa,
Remember, folks, your fight tonight has been brought to you by What the Fuck Productions. Okay, and if you want the best dinner in town, Violentas.
something like that."
Yeah,
Valentes.
Valentes.
Valentes for the best food in the city. Okay, she looked beautiful up there, didn't she? You all know that you were jealous of that guy kissing her. Fine threads like that only available at Petite Boutique. And tonight's film brought to you by Just a Drone Industries. Best video and security quality in a drone.
Little like cards for all the things get run alongside the bottom of the screen as you say them, and the drones all have like little images they bring up and stuff like that, along with the advertisements.
Stay tuned to channel What the Fuck for more updates for future fights, music, and other entertainment for your pleasure.
But yeah, the crowds go wild. Red Comet he's like still just wandering around, like hyping up the crowd pretty much.
I'm just gonna have like the cameras going around.
After like 5 minutes, Lugnut kind of opens up the window of the viewing booth. He's like, Dimitri, you have to go back to the garage. The mech's almost out of juice. Jimmy, hey. As he's like fully on the other side of the stadium. He's like running his hand alongside the audience who are all high-fiving it. He's like fully eating this up.
Oh, good for him, Dimitri.
Then he sort of notices as a double take and then
runs back to the bit.
sort of gives Competitor X's robot a little kick as he walks by.
Yeah.
Deserved.
And people start to exit the stadium. It was a successful show.
Alright, I'm gonna head straight to Valentes.
Yep.
Because that's where the after party is.
That's where the after party's happening.
Okay. The big drones are all gonna go back to the ship. I'm gonna take the little drone and like 2 more of the little ones with me.
Okay.
And on the station, I'm just gonna put in the jazz music with like a video replay of the fight.
Yep, like a highlights reel.
Yep. Need a media director to start putting together highlight reels and so forth. Or have the AI do it. Follow these formulas. So at Valentes, like, have them set out a bouncer out front, private party, check tickets for the VIP ticket holders.
Yep. You get there and it's there's like people waiting out front. There are like a lot of people in the area because they know this is where the after party is. So they're just kind of crowded around the area.
Yeah. So one of the drones I'm gonna have just like right out in front of the entrance, okay, showing the people coming in and the crowds outside. So I can show like the entrance of Comet when he appears.
Yep. The mech is left at the shop because they can't just bring that thing on the street to the restaurant. But Dimitri and very begrudgingly Lugnut tags along as well. He'd very much just like to do the diagnostics, but Dimitri's like, no, Fred, you must come along and celebrate victory with us. He's like, but Dimitri, I don't eat. It's kind of this whole thing, and I don't care, you're coming to a restaurant. He sort of drags him along by the arm.
When he arrives, like VIP escort in and so forth.
It's the place pretty much looks like this on the inside. It's neon purple and all sorts of lights. You guys can get a private dining room if you'd like, or you can eat in the main hall. It's a very
me and her would go for a private room.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd look at the room over there. I'd just say like that's where we'd go.
Yeah,
to
so
go away from. I mean, you guys have your after prom. I got my date. You know.
Lugnut and I, once he gets there, we're just going to go and talk business in the back area.
Yeah.
While everyone else is partying because...
That's like the front entrance. You guys can head like over here to talk.
We're talking about ticket sales, how everything went,
the
profit for the night.
The place is packed with as many people as who could like afford to be there. There's a lot of like high-ranking rich people from the local colony and stuff like that. Just just sort of like rich citizens, a few like government people. There are like one or two military types who are trying their best to not look like military types because it's supposed to be a little off the books.
Yeah, and nobody knows me well enough to know that I'm the person to try to bribe to get in.
Ricky's band is playing in the corner. They're just playing some like smooth jazz. It's a really nice place.
Perfect.
When you guys get a private room, you can get whatever you want ordered.
Whatever she wants. It's all about her.
Seafood, because that's very rare in space.
Oh, then I want the best.
Yeah, so they bring out like fine lobster and stuff like
yeah.
that. It's a very fancy place. There's like butlers, like literally just stereotypical butlers in suits.
Because your room is so made up, I have a drone come in as they serve the food just to get a sign of the two of them looking romantic, sitting there, this beautiful dishes put in front of them.
Valentes is going to have a promotional poster tomorrow with like fine dining.
Oh, I'm going to charge them for that shit.
Yeah, the drone comes in, does a little spin, and then leaves. And you guys are free reign of the restaurant for the whole night, basically.
So me and her are just going to enjoy a nice dinner. Make sure that everyone has a good time outside.
Yeah, I'm just putting this on the map because why not?
Yeah, no, randos. A lot of people, so...
Say Tony comes out.
Yeah, no, he should be part of it.
It's bartender.
Yep.
I end up meeting with the owner at some point during the night to offer him, I will offer you...
You meet with Mr. Valente himself.
Yep. I will offer you advertisement on my network. Okay? For every day that I advertise you, and I'll advertise you a good 12 to 15 times a day at least. Okay? But it'll be 100 credits a week.
Takes a drag of the cigarette. You'll drive a hot bargain.
Okay? And then I'll show him the quick-made ad that shows the beautiful...
The AI's been throwing together this thing, like the entire walk back. It's been trying to put together.
Fine dining shows the entrance with everyone waiting
Entrances
behind it and backed
stuff,
up trying to get in like it's
the
super...
room with the party. There's literally a shot of Jenkins and Reynolds clinking their drinks together and then taking a swig.
That's awesome.
At one point, you do hear Jenkins go, "Look, I'm on TV." Not TV, but
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But the guy who runs Valentes is like, "You drive a hard bargain, but business here has been very slow as of late, so we will pay for advertising on your network."
Excellent. And then I'll put the information on the ad too for where they are, what space station there are, how to
Call in
contact
47,
them
this and that street, etc., etc.
and call this number for reservations.
Yep, immediately the phones start going off. They start taking reservations for like the second you guys get out of here.
The minute after he signs the paper, all of a sudden a new thing, the promotion
That comes
Red
up.
Comet's here, and the whole promotion.
Dimitri's the life of the party. People are like crowding around him as he tells tales of all the fights, and he starts telling people about some of the stories you've told him over the week that you've been journeying with him. About all these things and the Star Wars and
Kaiju.
this, that, and the other thing. And he's the life of the party. He's got like a crowd around him pretty much. You guys are pretty much left to your devices other than that. You can have a wonderful dinner. There's desserts and drinks and all that stuff.
Whole 9 yards. Get plenty of drinks, a nice dessert, and we'll enjoy ourselves.
If you want to at any time, you can go out to the rest of the party, but...
I figure on our way out, we'll swing through the party, visit you guys.
Otherwise,
and then,
you're pretty much left to your devices by anyone who isn't the staff.
Yeah, basically, I wanted to try to see if once we go back, I can maybe get one of the private rooms that I'll ship back for Dara and me just to spend some time together after.
Yeah.
But when we leave.
Yeah. But you guys have like, we'll say 3 hours of the venue rented out for.
Or you could get a hotel.
Are there living places? Shit.
There's a rentable living.
Oh, then fuck that. I'm gonna go get a hotel room.
There's rentable living spaces. It's a colony. People come through here all
Do
the
you
time.
say something to me about it beforehand?
You want another promotional network? But yeah, sure.
God damn it.
You did start that. Well, I mentioned to you about. I guess I would text you asking if there's accommodations for living here.
So that's Valentina. Are there accommodations for...
Oh yes, we have the finest hotel right across the street.
the Traveler's Lodge?
Yes.
Travelers Lodge. Shittiest motels in existence. By now, they survived the housing wars.
Happened like 2 years after the media wars.
Good westerns.
But yeah, there's a like 5-star hotel across the street.
Okay. I will go and bullshit my match.
I'm not gonna make you roll.
They have. I'm taking it. They have like locations at different
Oh yeah,
stations
no,
all over the place.
they're like a big brand. And
Yeah,
stuff,
so I'm gonna do the full spiel. Only it's gonna be like $300 a week to advertise this place because it's stations on.
They're absolutely up for advertising. You walk in and you see some view screens actually playing whatever's being shown on the
Probably a
Fuck
replay.
network.
It's the jazz music being played by the band.
By the band at
Okay.
the restaurant.
Yeah, with shots of like people at the restaurant dancing and red comment.
Commercial cut-ins every now and then. There's like a spot where it just plays like a few quick
It'll
highlights
be
of
the
the
new
fight.
network CEO of the first network in like 300 years.
Yes, you negotiate a free room for them, and when you
The penthouse.
yeah the penthouse.
At this point, it's personal servant.
God,
I don't need to call concierge. I just knock on my door and a dude should be like, "I'm here. What do you need?
how can we help you, sir?
How can I help you?" There's 3 of them waiting.
But yeah, you make yet another contact with the fucking Travelers Lodge hotels guys. They agree to do the
Okay.
$300 a week.
You're just gonna make commercialism. You're not gonna pay for anything.
Volunteers, restaurant.
100 week. What's the name of this place?
100 a week.
The hotel,
Yeah,
Travelers
Okay.
Lodge.
Travelers Lodge. Yeah.
That's the thing with yeah. I'm not gonna argue on names.
Travelers.
I suck at names.
Lodge. Hotel chain. 300 a week.
Yep.
Plus free room.
Yep.
At any location.
They give you like a VIP card that you can like hand to them or whatever. That's like free lodging due to your status and whatnot.
Excellent. Okay. Remind me before we leave. I'll have to get a picture of Red Rocket of Red Comet in here to make sure that.
We
everything-
would love the opportunity for a photo op with the legendary Red Comet.
Excellent.
Many of our staff here, as you see, has a bunch of guys that like actually walk, and many of our staff here took time off of work to go see that match.
I'll message Lugnut then. After you guys are done, bring Red Comet across to the Travelers Lodge. You guys have a room.
He says that sounds good, and he forwards you your pay for the night off of just ticket sales. You have 15,000 credits.
Okay.
Just
Is that including the VIP tickets that I was pocketing all those tickets for myself?
With the extra VIP tickets that went just to you, that's an additional 10,000.
So that's 20. How much?
25,000.
25.
total.
Okay.
So you've
So-
made back literally everything you spent and more.
Oh yeah, much more. Okay. I will call and I will buy that computer upgrade.
You call and buy the computer upgrade. They say they can swing it by. The dock hands are still doing stuff with your ship.
Just bring it by in the morning.
Yeah.
My ship will install
You do
it.
get word for the ship. It's
Our
about-
delivery guys are all too drunk after the fight.
Oh, yeah. You do hear word from the ship that they're about halfway done with the cargo bay upgrade.
Okay.
But that it's not really fit for space travel at the moment because the cargo bay is still partially open.
Oh yeah, no. No. We have 2 days for the repairs. I'm
yeah.
rushing this stuff through so that I can upgrade my ship massively before we leave. And so yeah, it's not going to be flight worthy for a day or two at
Yeah.
least.
The bay is still cracked open basically as it's expanding
the
itself.
ship
and
works
adding stuff
24
to
hours.
itself. It does. It does not need to rest.
No. After we enjoy our dinner, dessert, and drinks,
Dara's having the time of her life.
that's all I want.
Over the course of dinner, she talks to you about how like a lot of her family work for the coalition's government, but she's never really been out anywhere ultra fancy. Fanciest place she's been in has been government buildings, so this is like a whole new world basically.
And as she's saying this, that's when you get the notification of your VIP pass for the Traveler Lodge across the
I know,
street.
VIP badge accepted. Well, I tell her that I actually motion over to one of. I'm sure the maitre d's are like nearby. I just wave and
Oh, yeah,
them
they're
so I
like-
can show up.
They're like waiting at a door.
I know, just I wave my hand, one shows
Who
up.
runs over?
Can we get a bottle to go, unopened?
Of course, sir.
Thank you.
Snap, and a guy brings out a bottle of some fine champagne or wine or whatever you're looking
Perfect.
for.
I tell her that we have accommodations across the street at the hotel, and I got this for us to
Oh,
enjoy.
how wonderful! And she goes to take your arm as you two
Oh,
walk out.
I'll go with her into the party.
So you guys walk out. Dimitri gives like a hey, like a salute towards you guys, and
there's a
everyone
drone
kind of
keeping with
cheers.
him.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I'll go and check on Jenkins and Reynolds.
You guys can kind of just do like a serpentine
Yep,
through the bar
yep.
towards the
We're
exit.
just chit chat.
You pass through here. You see Reynolds is very drunk. There's a lot of empty glasses next to him.
It's just
Meanwhile, Jenkins has like one that's half drunk. He's trying to stay as sober as possible. He's like, "Oh hey sir, it's nice to see you on here. Nice to see you again. I hope everything's going well.
Everything's excellent.
Nathan told me to apologize to you if you swung by because he kind of gestures to him.
As he's like completely smashed.
He's partied a little too hard.
That's fine. Do me a favor. Make sure he gets back to the ship tonight. I look over at Dara. I won't be returning to the ship tonight. So
That's understandable.
if
sir.
you and
Go
Jenkins
ahead.
could get back at some point, please. Jenkins. If you and Reynolds can get back there
Me
at
and
some
myself?
point. Yes, you and yourself. If you can get Reynolds back once he's out for the night, I'd appreciate it.
I'll try.
Thank you, Jenkins. I will make my way over to Lugnut. I'll see Nikolai. I'm sure he's gonna one up and be like,
Dimitri
drunk
is.
Dimitri.
He's got like a crowd of like 7 people staying on him, and every time he goes somewhere, people are always like
moving with him.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
So I'll
He's
just
got
give
like
him
an
a wave.
entourage, basically. He gives a wave. He's clearly a little tipsy.
I'll let him have his fun in the limelight. That's
Yeah.
great.
Uh,
I'll just before I head out the exit to cross the street, I'll head by Lugnut and Bob.
Yep. Look that. Gives
Is
away-
that the
gives away.
Valente? Is that the guy? That's who I pulled out for.
Oh yeah,
Valente.
this is Mr. Valente himself.
I'll as I walk by him, and if I do I know who he is? Does he look like the old guy in
Yeah.
charge? Yeah.
You've seen him talking with him all night.
Okay, so I'll comment respect to his establishment as I got it on
Thank
my.
you.
I thank Bob.
I'm not there. I went
Oh,
to
yeah.
the motel.
All right, you.
Oh yeah, so
You left.
I tell Lugnut that let me know if there's any problems. Me and I motion over to Dara heading out for the night.
Wish you the best of luck. I'll let you or Bob or any of your
I tell him
coalition allies, if there are any problems, there shouldn't be. Then there's like kind of like a crash, and he looks over and Dimitri dropped his drink. He's like, or at least I hope there won't be any trouble.
I tell him Jenkins is pretty sober. If you need a hand, I motion over to my guys.
I will enlist him if need be.
Thank you. And I say my goodbyes and I walk with Dara out to the hotel.
You guys then head right over. It's
Yep.
really fancy. They're already expecting you. You have
Oh,
you literally have a penthouse room waiting for you.
I asked them to get the glasses ready, and I have every intention of downing that bottle and then having my
Fade
fun
to
with
black.
Dara. Fade black.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys head up there to have whatever fun you want to have.
Oh, yeah,
and
lots
it's
of fun.
Full on fade to black.
And when Dimitri goes over, the drone's with them. And
Yep.
does videos the tour.
About an hour
for the
later,
ad.
Dimitri kind of staggers in with Lugnut like right behind him, and then Jenkins pretty much soldier carrying Reynolds in, who like isn't even walking. And like Reynolds is this very big dude, and Jenkins is this scrawny like 19-year-old. So he's like dragging him. He's like, "A room, please."
Traveler's Lodge.
Uh,
After a good fight, Red Comet has to rest.
He
And
does.
nowhere better than Traveler's Lodge.
Red Comet does Dimitri does like a photo op with all of the employees and the owner and stuff, and immediately the ship starts running that on all the networks for the advertising, and
Oh, every hotel in this chain sold out for the next 6 stations, just hoping that Red Comet comes and stays at the next one.
yeah, and you guys are all set to pretty much head in for the night and rest.
Yeah. As soon as I finish at the hotel, that's where I would have been heading
Oh, yeah.
anyway.
Yep.
I have a lot of paperwork shit to do.
Yeah, so you can head back to the ship or wherever.
Yeah, spend the time catching up on all the paperwork and so
Yeah.
forth.
If you are heading back to the ship, you walk in and there's like some printer built into part of the thing that's just there's a big stack of paperwork.
Fuck.
Like it's like, oh hey boss, hey, this is stuff from all these new sponsors who keep radioing in. We're up to like 4 guys now.
Fuck.
You started a media empire. Welcome to the paperwork of the media empire.
But you guys are all set for the night.
Yep.
The following day is when you guys are heading out, so there's no rush in the morning or anything. You probably won't be heading out till like the night of the next day.
When the
Okay.
new computer arrives.
Yep, the new computer is delivered that night, and it's brought in, and after the people leave, the ship slams the door, and it says that it can integrate this into the main system by
I want
morning.
my girl to be smarter,
Oh,
faster, and
thank
better.
you for caring.
You are fantastic. I'll take good care of you. Could you take good care of us?
I'll try. It's as people are like finishing up on doing things outside, there's still like trying to figure out like, man, these automated arms are moving a lot quicker and faster than
Yeah.
most repair systems do. And hey, no, I'm not done with that yet. It's like Claw takes like a wrench out of a dude's hand,
Melt it down and puts it in.
melts the wrench, and is like, oh, fuck, that was my favorite wrench. Look, these guys have been poking and prodding at me all day. I gotta fuck with them a little.
I don't care. Have fun.
The AI tries to whisper, but because it's coming out of the radio, it's the same volume, and
It's earpiece.
it goes like, that's the seventh wrench of theirs I've eaten. They get more mad every time. It's amazing.
That's actually really
And they should
funny.
work quicker.
Let's get the hell away from the psycho ship.
But by the time you do get back, the ship is fully painted. So it's got that
Well,
nice.
mostly painted because we're
mostly-
still doing
mostly,
the upgrades.
Mostly painted, but like the entire like upper section of it is. You can't see the expanded cargo bay. It's probably going to be about twice as big as before. It's still cracked open, and there are parts you do see
Yeah.
like pipes and pistons auto connecting themselves and pulling things together. As metal is kind of forced out to cover more area.
Yep.
A few people are looking on really confused by what the fuck is going on because they're not used to these types of ships.
It doesn't look like any other type of ship you've probably ever seen. So.
No, and by this point you do notice that it's the other pirate boarding ship. The platform they brought it in is there, along with the wall of the anchor, but the ship itself is gone. And you do notice that the what the fuck is looking a bit bulkier.
Excellent.
So it ate that ship.
Yep. Yeah. So the new storage area should have enough for an apartment for
Yeah,
Dimitri and
living
whatnot.
living quarters for two
and
people.
Plus
and
workshop.
workshop.
Plus storage space for raw materials, etc.
Yeah, it's going to be significantly bigger. It means that instead of just carrying around the comet suit and stuff like that, you'll be able to carry that and like other stuff if you wanted to. And also Lugnut has enough room to stand up fully. He's no longer hitting his head on the roof all the time.
Hey, I made enough money off of that one event, not to mention all the next ones coming up. Okay, and that was just with half a day's notice with new stuff. This one I can, for the next day's competition, as soon as we get up in the morning, contact them. Do you want to do this? Get all the details together.
Yep.
Start the publicizing of it right away early in the morning. And the rest of the day I'm basically spending in my ship, making sure all the repairs and updates go correctly
Yep.
until showtime.
I
So what are you up to?
Once I get room service, because there's no way in hell I'm rushing out, I'll communicate with the ship. I'll just radio the pilot.
the following morning.
Yeah, just to see if there's any issues.
You communicate. They say they just finished putting in like the foundation of the wall and stuff like that. So it'll be space ready by the end of the day, but they'll still have a few extra things to add on top of that. They are putting in a view screen, like a view screen with some stuff in it, so that stuff can be done on it, but it can also be looked through.
Cool.
It'll be right next to the main entrance to the ship.
Okay.
They've been all good over here. The dock workers and the anchor engineering crew have been working their asses off all night to get that new wall put in. They pretty much, because it tore out most of the wall, but not all of the wall, so they then had to get rid of the
rest of
leftover
it.
stuff.
So it takes them a day and a half to replace a hole in the ship. It takes them a day and a half to rebuild my entire storage area,
Yep.
paint my ship, and upgrade it.
Well, the anchor doesn't have 1,000 little arms and an AI controlling
Yeah,
all
and it
of
doesn't
It's-
eat stuff.
It's
to
just
get
a
new
bunch
shit.
of
You have
dudes
to
trying
add
to put a new
stuff.
wall into the spaceship.
I'm just loving that the relation to it.
It works.
But yeah, the ship is all good. I figure we can wrap up things,
Yeah, sounds
Here?
good to me.
and we'll cover the next day's events next session. We'll leave off the next morning.
Oh, fuck. Oh, what?
Hmm?
Oh, I forgot to hit the record button, so I'm going to have to actually download it from the stream.
Then.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
But that's all for this week. I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah, that was a
I
good
hope
time.
all the viewers, because we apparently had quite a few, enjoyed
Yeah, we
watching,
did.
even though it was a lot of boring
Still
technical
have 4
stuff.
viewers on
Looks
right
like
now.
we're at 3 now.
Nice.
So we were up to like 7 plus last stream, okay, which is almost a record. I think our record was like 12.
Yeah, once.
Yeah.
I hope anyone who watched had a good time.
Yep.
Sorry it was so much boring logistics and whatnot.
That's my fault.
No, it was more of an RP session. It
No, there
wasn't.
was-
we
there was-
weren't, we weren't
there was
dealing
fun
with
RP
anything
to be
crazy. We were just having a nice little colony session. That's one thing about caravans. If we were
gonna
at a
be-
camp in a fantasy world with a merchant guild and a couple of trade caravans,
Yeah.
we could do the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, we'd be riding monsters, not building mechs. But
Hey, I conned us some good connects.
You've got a lot of money now.
well, that it's like, you know when Red Comet's ship comes into dock. Why? Because everything they want is already paid for. You don't have to spend $1.
Valentes is going to start opening shops in every single space station right next to
The Tipo T.
Traveler's
We're gonna
Lounge.
go to a stadium, and then the next day it's like, what happened? It became a strip mall. What is it? A restaurant, a
So
hotel,
much business.
a boutique,
This
and
one-
then
This
like
one dude who was cryogenically frozen just fixes the economy.
creates a middle class of people who just make money off of what you bring. Oh, it was good, man.
I haven't even started to do. Okay, I have a channel with like audio and video. It's a data channel too, right? It's a full communications channel.
Yeah.
I can do encrypted data lines on it where you pay and I give you a code and you can get like downloaded video. Okay, or get other people to have their own sub shows on it.
Jeez.
I mean, even simpler, you could just do like everywhere we go. It's like you just take some band, take their music, add it to the station.
That's
But
I mean,
in
the funny thing is that
circulation.
I mean, without even having to do anything crazy, you just made MTV.
yeah,
I mean, you've already got 2 bands on there. You've got Ricky's band and Ricky's Brother's band,
yeah.
which
As
are
I,
now their official names.
and okay, yeah, I should add them.
Yeah. You have the rights and audio tracks of 2 bands.
Ricky, band, and his brother.
Yeah. The official names are now Ricky's
Brothers.
band and Ricky's Brother's band.
It works.
Okay, and this guy does EDM, and this guy does jazz.
Oh, good for Homunculus Pride. Greg, you're doing great.
Oh,
Thoroughly
thanks.
enjoying it.
Yes, he is. Thank you for commenting, homunculus.
Sorry there's no like big combat or anything, but that's next week.
Yeah, no.
I've got plans.
Okay, so we have bands, we have the restaurant, we have Traveler's Lodge, Just a Drone Robotics.
Yep.
Okay, if they give me a discount on all future purchases, then I will do them at 200 a week. If not, then it's going to be 300 a week.
We'll give you the discount.
Okay, so 200 a week, okay, plus a 15% discount.
Sure.
Okay,
Sorry.
plus 15% discount. Okay, in that case, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to grab 1 more of the big drones,
Okay.
okay, and 2 more of the small ones.
Sure. So the big ones were grand.
Yeah,
Be like $150, I think, saved on the big one.
so that means I now have 5. Oh,
Yeah, I'm terrible at that. So.
I have 4 large drones.
And 5 little ones.
I had 5 little ones.
Oh.
So that would put me up to, because I said I bought how many?
2.
You know what? I'm just going to bring it up to 10.
Okay.
Okay. And that'll bring me down to that. Alright. So now I am at where I started.
Nice.
Okay. And that's after the new computer. Price.
So how much a week are you getting now?
2, 3, 500.
Jeez.
Just from those 3 locations.
Nice.
So yeah, that should be able to take care of my cost for the station and so forth.
Yeah. You are a media empire in the making. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Just to leave off with something, I'll say that right as, like probably about 10 minutes after you call the ship, you get a radio from the captain.
Okay.
Was he here his name?
Ron.
Hello, Sergeant Ron. It's nice to. I saw the broadcast of last night's events. Seemed like a very well put together show. I'm glad to hear that you and Officer Clemens had a good time there. You're expected back at the ship by the end of the day. However, I'm calling you over this personal line to tell you about some news that was recently given to me.
Oh, what's that, Captain?
You see, Boris never came home last night. He left the ship, and we never heard back from him.
Oh. Do you know who was possibly with him last?
He spoke to Andy very quickly before he left, just about a few things in regards to the ship, when we'd be leaving and whatnot, and then he went off on just some personal business. If you and your compatriots have free time during the day, I'd like you to maybe do a bit of searching.
Yes, Captain. I will make it my current objective to find any information I can on him.
Good.
That's easy enough. Have the drone search for him.
I was going
While
to
they're
call you in a
advertising.
minute. I was going to call you in a minute and just ask if you can have your drone find Boris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yep, I will thank the captain and get right on that, call you about the drones, and
Yep.
just ask you to start searching
You
for
can
them.
send the drones out, and sorry to just kind of throw that in there, but I've got plans for next session, and I wanted to leave some
Oh,
breadcrumbs.
breadcrumbs.
And that leaves the pre-set up all ready for it. So.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect.
That covers the bases.
See, aren't you glad I got drones?
Sorry, that was kind of
Oh, yeah.
sorry, that was kind of last second.
No, that's fine.
Yep. Have the new drones painted up too. And
Oh yeah, that's pretty easy enough.
yeah, and mine's actually I'm gonna make mine silver.
Okay.
Like super shiny chrome
Oh,
silver.
like metallic chrome. Okay.
Like chrome.
Yeah.
So it looks futuristic and cool with its lights and so forth, and it definitely looks a bit apart. I want to customize the camera on it so it looks like a big eye,
Yep.
complete with like the side painting on it, so that it actually looks like one.
It's easy enough. It looks really cool.
Okay.
This giant, or not giant, but it's this cool floating chromed out with all these little bells and whistles and lights on it, and then this just like big eye on the front.
Yep. Bob too.
Pop too. Yeah, and that's where we can end things.
Yeah. Do you want a drone?
No.
No, you don't want a personal drone?
No.
Okay.
It's not my character's nature. He doesn't trust robotics as much as you.
Okay. I don't trust it. It's just useful and cheaper than labor.
Yeah, that's true. He's naturally a soldier, so there'd be no need for it. He's content.
Excellent. All right. So.
I think we're all ready to go for the next session. We'll
Yeah.
start off with the objective you left at the end.
Yeah, sorry, I just kind of threw that in there at the last second.
No, it's something to do for the day. I mean, we'll figure out where it'll lead us
Give
tomorrow.
a framing device for next session.
Yep. No, it's good, so...
Okay. Alright, then I guess I shall stop the stream, and I hope you all have a wonderful night. Thanks for watching, whoever watched. Bye-bye. See you next week.